Hi, once again, this is Brother Teacher. I just wanted to make this video just to touch on something that's been pretty much on my mind for quite a while now, maybe a couple years now, and that is mentorship. You know, I have many role models and mentors, both alive and dead, that I look up to. White and black and indifferent, it doesn't matter, because as long as there's value and truth in what they say, then that is where you will find me. But in this particular instance, I'm thinking about a gentleman that was incarcerated a couple years ago. He's the author of the book Natural Cures, and that they don't want you to know about. If you know his name, I'm sure you would find it to be Kevin Trudeau. Now, Kevin Trudeau was given a 10-year prison sentence for basically telling the truth to the people. Yes, telling the truth, exercising his First Amendment right. And it's a shame that we have a so-called government that when you start persuading the people to follow anything that goes contrary to the status quo, then the government comes and sees about you. I'm sure you can imagine that. And that's what they did in this particular case with Kevin Trudeau. He basically put out some books, several best-selling books, and on finance, how to save money and free government money. And of course, his, I guess his mainstay, if you will, was natural cures they don't want you to know about. Well, who is the they? The government, the pharmaceutical companies, the food industry. They don't want you to know that you can be healed and that you can maintain a healthy life for the rest of your life naturally by eating certain things. And their tout was this to him, that you cannot make a claim that anything can cure a human being or make them healthy if it hasn't gone through government protocol, so to speak. So he was not willing to really back down from his stance. And I agree with his stance, and so does hundreds of thousands of people that followed him agree with him as well. Now, you're always going to find the naysayers and the people who are going to be contrary to the truth for whatever their purpose or reason is, but it does not outweigh, it does not outweigh the amount of people that actually was for what he was saying. So when you say particular herbs or particular types of foods and vitamins and minerals could heal you and maintain you, and that you wouldn't have to take certain medications, somehow or another that bothered people in power, the lobbyists, bankers. It bothered people who were the shareholders of some of these major pharmaceutical companies and so forth, because Kevin Trudeau had a great following and he was developing an even greater following, and they didn't like that. It doesn't matter what your color is. As long as you mess with the government, they come and see about you. And it's really unfortunate that they called this man into court and they asked him to pay this outlandish amount of money. I forget how many millions of dollars. Well, I think it was about $3 million they asked him to pay in fines and or restitution, if you will, because he did not relent. He did not back down from his stance for the most part. And he ended up being jailed for a 10-year sentence for defying the court order, because he was not able, according to what he said, he was not able to raise the money for his particular fine or bail, as it were. And it makes me look at our government. I don't want to say in a different way. I've been looking at the government in a different way for quite a while concerning other subject matter outside of just this, as far as the disparity, racial disparity here in the country with blacks and our white counterparts, to put it plain. It's a shame that you live in the world. I'm not talking about the whole world right now, but in this particular instance, I'm talking about the United States government. But it's a shame that you live in this particular situation under the United States of America, where the government at one time allowed slavery. The same government still allows slavery, but in a covert way. And I don't care how many marches we have, how many meetings we have, nothing is going to change the status quo. It's going to be the same. And it's a shame that everything in America is based on a dollar. It's not Christian and faith based. At one time, our forefathers intended it to be that way, but it's not that way at the present. This is a totally capitalistic venture for them. It's all based on money and not people. As far as the people go, the people are the ones by which they secure that money or that security, if you will. We are uh, the um, the product, if you will, but we're the living biological product. You know, we built this country as far as black people is concerned, but that's not really my issue. My issue is fairness and uprightness and the so-called American way, but the American way is not for the American people. The American way is for those people who are in power. It's about the have and the have-nots. And anytime that you threaten that particular power, even by way of media, even by way of book, even by way of disseminating information that exposes the government's ill behavior, if you will, it's not good. The government will come and see about you. They will shut you up. They will call you a lunatic. They will say that you're a crackpot and that you're crazy anytime that you bring forth the truth to the people. That's our so-called government. And he is another victim of our government practices, if you will. Just like Malcolm X was, just like Dr. King was, just like John F. Kennedy was. These people, you know, were targeted by the government. Absolutely, positively, without a doubt. And if you don't know that, you're sleeping, as Dr. King said, through a revolution. Things are going on around you, and your eyes are wide shut, as the movie said. Your eyes are wide open, but you don't see what's going on. It appears as though that you are alive and cognizant, but you really are sleeping through a revolution that's going on around you. And we are in a sense in a matrix, and it's been said, it's been touted many times, and we just ought to wake up. You don't have to like this video. You don't have to like my commentary. Those who know the truth will accept what I'm saying. Those who are looking for the truth will embrace what I'm saying. Those who don't want the truth, or who know the truth and don't want to change and follow the right path, they're going to be the ones, as they say, that are the haters. They're going to be those that are the trolls. They're going to be those that are the people who are going to be the cynics and the people who say, this guy's crazy, he doesn't know what the heck he's talking about. I know exactly what I'm talking about, and anyone watching this video knows that I'm telling the truth. Our government is not for the people. The government is for big interest. It is for big banks, big foreign bankers, big corporations. That is the only thing that our government is based on. And it's not for the people, but they are using the people to achieve their goals. Point blank. That's it. And again, I want to say, since I started out talking about Kevin Trudeau, that I still admire the man. I pray for him and anyone like him that is a true patriot of this country. And we are going to take back our country, and it's going to be expeditiously. All right, this is Brother Teacher. Leave your comments in the comment section below and let me know what you think about this subject matter. Are we free or are we not? I love you. Y'all love you. I'll see you in the next video.